Thank you so much. I want to start by saying, Dee, I see you, and I know you haven't gotten justice yet from the violence that LMPD inflicted upon you. I want you to know you are seen. Councilwoman Parrish-Wright, thank you for listening to us when we asked you to file this resolution to put the people's voice into the consent decree. This is why you were elected.
That's right.
And I hope you heard her when she said that the history of policing report was taken off of the university's website for the administration.
Right.
This is why we as black folks feel like we don't have a chance in this city. The cover-ups that happen, the way that whiteness is protected.
There you go.
It's ridiculous. I'm Attica Scott. I'm a voting rights advocate, a democracy leader, and director of special projects at Forward Justice Action Network. FJN is a 501c4 organization that serves as a strategic partner for coalitions and networks and nonprofits that are at the forefront of movements that are organizing for a more equitable, just, and free U.S. South.
That's right. We are the South.
And as the count goes, so goes the nation. I'm sick of the shenanigans at local and state government levels. We had a chance to fully ban no-knock warrants. Fully ban no-knock warrants with Breonna's Law. But because of the games that are played in Frankfurt, that didn't happen for us. We did not receive justice. Not for real. Now you can still kick in somebody's door, sometimes, in certain situations. Every situation will be justified.
Right.
It's been 4 years since many of us put our lives on the line for justice and were treated like trash in the process. It's been a year since the Department of Justice released its findings and recommendations on the Louisville Metro Government and Louisville Metro Police Department. In so many ways, our uprisings in 2020 sparked discussions about politics and racism and white supremacy. In so many ways, our uprisings exposed what we all knew was not under the surface, but right there in front of us in the city of Louisville. And in so many ways, we're falling back to where we were in 2020. But we can shift the tide.
That's right.
We can shift that tide together. We can make it clear that we refuse and we reject Mayor Greenberg keeping secret the consent decree from us. And instead, we can support what Councilwoman Parrish-Wright is doing with this resolution that was called on by the people's consent decree, many of us in this room. And what we are asking for is public acknowledgement of the toxic culture within LMPD. Y'all know it's there. Say it. We want community members to be a part at every step of creating the consent decree. This is about we, the people. We want clear timelines for the consent decree process. We should not get one response from DOJ and another from the mayor's administration. We want no additional money from LMPD. I know some of y'all gonna be at their wellness center today celebrating that new wellness center. They could have got memberships to the Y. And we could have gotten services. Instead, we need you to invest in housing, public transportation, community ministries, restorative justice Louisville, and all the needs we've been crying for pre-2020.
That's right.
We want the release of all of the officers, supervisors, and judges that were referred to in the DOJ report. We haven't forgotten. It wasn't only Mary Shaw. She was the one we came for. And there are many more who are up next.
That's right.
We want community observers for the FOP contract negotiations. Stop negotiating in secret. We want civilian review and accountability board subpoena power. And we want all of the remaining charges dropped against the protesters. So stop playing with people's lives because we refuse to go along to get along. In 2020, during my second term in office, along with Councilwoman Parrish-Wright, my daughter and I were unjustly arrested while we were using our First Amendment rights to protest police violence. It was powerful to be at Injustice Square Park nearly every day and witness people who only wanted justice. That was it, justice. We are at a crossroads, Louisville. This is the crossroads. This is it right here. We can either choose to go forward together and build a beloved community, or we're gonna fall right back to where we were before we were protesting. Generations from now, people will ask, did you take action or did you sit on the sidelines? Were you silent because you wanted to be politically safe? Or did you speak up because it was expedient and it was right and it was just? So we're going to keep doing our work. We're going to keep fighting to keep this city from building a new multi-million-dollar jail. Many of us are going to continue to mentor that next generation that is asking of us and begging of us to be different and to do better. And if you read the history of policing report in Louisville, or any report really on policing in this country, you know that it grew out of colonization. You know that it grew out of slavery. You know that it grew out of white supremacy.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's time for us to reject it. To reject it all and to say that we are going to build something else.
Right.
We're going to build something better.
Yeah.
Because we can take care of community. And we will take care of community. So I stand here on behalf of David McAtee, Shelby Lanier, Manfred Reed, James Groves, Adrian Reynolds, Desmond Rudolph, Rodney Abernathy, Clifford Lewis, Antoine Bryant, Marshall Marbley, James Taylor, Michael Newby, Larry Knoll, Breonna Taylor, Dane Mayhew, and far too many more.